What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Akamadi ENC, and we have made it to a full year of the Attitude Years series podcast recap. We have made it to the end of 1998. We started recapping the Attitude Years on, I think it was December 15th, 1997, the start of the Attitude Era, and we're going to keep on plowing through, in the words of Val Venis, to 1999. But our first stop before 1999 is this episode of Raw. But before I get into that, I do want to thank all of my listeners and subscribers. Thank you guys for tuning in all the time. You continue to make me want to make videos and content and make this channel grow into more stuff. But for me to do that, I want to hear from you. What would you like to see me do with my channel? I already have us live on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcasts, the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. Let me know your thoughts. Also, there will be a new logo I am planning on making. Um, if you have any inspiration or ideas, let me know in the comments. You can send me a message. I would love to hear from you guys. And what are you liking and not liking about the show? What are you liking about the Attitude Years? Do you like the way I cover it, or do you feel like I should do more? Let me know in the comments, and I love to hear your thoughts. And if you aren't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. The Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I started this channel back in 2020, and we are going strong. There have been many changes, many hosts, many who come and go, but some will come back, some will go. That's just the epitome of life. Good days, bad days, and so on. So I just want to take a moment to thank you guys for continuing to let this channel grow. Keep on subscribing, tell your friends, let them know about the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I love this community. I appreciate you guys, and I want to talk to you guys some more. So talk to me in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on everything. So let's dive right back into our space time machine. We are going to be going back to WWE Raw Is War from December 28th, 1998 in Albany, New York. Let's dive right to the action. The corporation arrive at the arena. Vince says everyone will get what's coming to them for hurting you, Shane. And then the corporation enter the boiler room looking for Mankind. They brutally attack Mankind, and Vince calls Mankind a freak and tells Mankind he has a hardcore title shot tonight. So we have the new hardcore champion, the Road Dogg, defending the title against Val Venis. During the match, Test, Ken Shamrock, the Big Boss Man, and Kane all come out to the ring. Test hits Val with a bulldog and tosses him out of the ring. The corporate team then beats up Val Venis, and then DX come out and stand with Road Dogg. Then Shane McMahon, the Stooges come out. Vince says, "This match is over. Road Dogg, you will defend your title against Mankind." X-Pac for Bronco busting Shane last week. You've just started. We've just started with you. No one laughs at my son Shane. There's a little DX left in Shawn Michaels. He didn't come to the aid of my son. He held the corporation back. If I have to drag Shawn Michaels down, I'm going to humiliate him and fire his ass in this ring. So if Vince McMahon wants to fire Shawn Michaels tonight, we'll see how that works out for him. Al Snow is backstage, snapping and covered all up in blood. Vince yells at Kane to look at him. Backstage, Vince says, "You're going to bring me another member of DX tonight. Hello, is anyone here?" So Vince just using Kane, making Kane be a pawn in his corporate team. We have Edge taking on Al Snow with Head. A lot of action here. Al then ends up hitting Al Snow ends up hitting Edge with Head many times, causing a DQ win for Edge. After the match, the Brute attack until the Job Squad makes the save. We see the Glover Slam of the week, which is Sable beating Jacqueline at the Survivor Series for the women's title. X-Pac talks to Dennis Knight, uh, and and pretty much says that he was told him to be here tonight. So we'll see what that all leads to. We have the WWE Women's Championship on the line. The champion Sable taking on the Spider Lady. A fan, which ends up being, finds out being Tori down the line, gives Sable a yellow rose before the match. Spider Lady attacks Sable and then whips her with a belt many times. The oddies run out and unmask the Spider Lady to be Luna Vachon. Luna snaps and tells the audience it's about me and what I deserve. So Luna Vachon attacking Sable and using a strap to her advantage, attacking Sable. We'll find out more about this. We see audience checking on Sable backstage. We have the European Championship on the line. The champion X-Pac defending against the tag team champion, the Big Boss Man. A lot of action here. Test comes out, and the Big Boss Man nails a big boot. Val Venis attacks Test at ringside. The Big Boss Man holds Val. X-Pac dives onto the Boss Man out on the floor, but then the Big Boss Man sends X-Pac into the steps, and the referees separate these guys. So Test trying to get Val Venis and X-Pac getting revenge on Test and Big Boss Man for earlier. We get a promo from Vince McMahon. We see Shane has been drinking eggs. He's working out at the gym, doing speedball. And Vince says, I hate Stone Cold Steve Austin. These are some funny promos that were huge in the Attitude Era, seeing Vince train for the Royal Rumble. Next, we have Goldust and Steve Blackman taking on Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett with Deborah. Raw is brought to you by Castrol, Burger King, and AOL. We see a decent match here. Owen applies a sleeper to Steve Blackman. Then Dan Severn walks out. Owen tells Dan he didn't mean to break his neck. And then Steve Blackman rolls up Owen Hart, and Steve and Goldust get the win. Dan Severn serving almost as a ghost to Owen Hart tonight on Raw. The Acolytes are backstage. They attack Dennis Knight, and they put him in a car and drive off. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line. The champion Ken Shamrock with Test and the Big Boss Man defending against Triple H with DX and Chyna. Triple H attacks the Big Boss Man, who's at ringside, and then Ken Shamrock applies the ankle lock. Triple H grabs the ropes, but Shamrock keeps the hold applied, getting the DQ victory at Triple H. After the match, DX attacks the corporation until Kane comes out, and then DX leaves. We get the WWF Rewind by 10-10-2020. Billy Gunn winning the Intercontinental title last week, but then Shawn Michaels making Ken Shamrock continue to hold the title. Billy Gunn's backstage. Billy says, Ken Shamrock has my Intercontinental title. Ken shows up and says, you can kiss my ass. And it looks like these two are going to brawl. Mark Henry and D'Lo Brown then come out. Mark Henry says, I owe a serious apology to my girlfriend, Chyna. What I did was absolutely wrong. I want to let you know I am very sorry. I'm down on my knees. That's when PMS come out, and Terry says, Mark, get back down on your knees. That's how we like to see our men. We have big plans in store for you. D'Lo says, you glorify ring rats need to stay away. You're lucky I'm a gentleman. And then Chyna comes out. Chyna says, you may be a gentleman, but I'm not. I'm telling you for the first and last time, stay away from my man. Jackie mocks Chyna, and then Chyna grabs her by the throat and tosses her to the mat and says, I'll see you later to Mark Henry. So Chyna is standing up for her man tonight. The corporation is looking backstage for somebody. We get the 1998 year in review. The corporation beat up the Godfather backstage. Interesting, they're attacking Val Venis' partner here. We got Billy Gunn taking on Kane with Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe. Shane McMahon comes out and tells Billy Gunn he has a new opponent. Instead of the Godfather, ends up being Kane. Kane hits 2 choke slams, but X-Pac hits a flying drop kick, and then DX make the save for Billy Gunn. So this match is a no contest. The Rock then comes out for commentary for this next match. The Hardcore Champion, the Road Dogg, defending against Mankind. We see Shawn Michaels arriving in the arena. A lot of action here in this hardcore match, but the end comes when The Rock hits Mankind with a rock bottom on the concrete, and then the Road Dogg pins Mankind to retain the title. Rock getting some revenge on Mankind. Vince comes out. Vince says, I've asked the team corporate to stay back, and I want to handle this personally. If you have the guts, Shawn Michaels, come out here. Shawn comes out. Vince says, you became a star because of your ability, but the millions of dollars because of the money I pumped you in it. Let me take you back to some footage, which is footage of Shawn Michaels saying Vince McMahon needs him back in March. Last week, you held the corporate team back. Let me show you what you did. You bit the hand that fed you. How could you do that to my own flesh and blood? As a commissioner, you suck. Vince McMahon doesn't lay down for anybody. Shawn Michaels, read my lips. As commissioner, Shawn Michaels, you're fired. And then Shawn Michaels hits Vince McMahon with sweet chin music. The corporation runs out. and Shawn leaves, ending this episode of Raw, ending 1998 with a bang, with Shawn Michaels laying out Vince McMahon. This has been a crazy year of 1998. We saw the the birth of this new rock. We saw the end of Shawn Michaels and the beginning of this new Generation X, Chyna getting involved more. We saw more under talent like Val Venis, Edge, Jeff Jarrett, these guys getting more of a push. Corporation starts, The Undertaker and Kane, the Brothers of Destruction. It was a great year, great drama, great action. And 1999 has a lot in store for us. So, with that, I'm going to be dropping a couple of more episodes. Stay safe and stay uncensored.